Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In today's video, I'll be going over the topic of having something to sell. Before getting started, nothing I share in this video or on the channel, it's medical advice. So please do your own research before making decisions about your health. Yeah, that topic of having something to sell, and in my case is having something to sell in relation to fasting. So I started fasting in 2016, and as soon as I find out that it was working, like I had the urge of communicating that my findings. So my first attempt was a blog called Better Monday for a Better Monday, but with little slashes in between the words because the domain name was taken. Even though it was a song, I think might be the first one who find that title because it was a song of my band Channing Cope, and we released it in 2004. But then it was already 2017 when I started that blog, and so like the domain name was already taken. So I managed to have it that way. So early on I had the urge to share the message of fasting because I was suffering before, and here I was like with a tool that allowed me to not suffer. So I wanted to share the message so it'll do the same with other people. And then for almost like 7 years or so, I only shared the message of fasting one-on-one with people I will meet during my travels, during my tours, people I meet while playing. I'm also a musician, so people I will meet playing shows. I will share the message with people who host me during my travels, and I had no problem making money. I really like business, and I see it as a tool for freedom, but I didn't want to make money with fasting for a long time. So because I saw fasting as there are many dogs here. They're ruining all my videos. Sorry about that. So since fasting is free, for me it was like you know how like Bitcoin is like, it has this beauty of being almost like perfect solution. So I see fasting like that too, like the fact that it's free, that anyone can access, that it's built into us. So if you put the effort, you get the results. So it's like, so for me it was a little bit like I didn't like the idea of making money with that for years, until I decided to have an online business, and my business coach at the time convinced me otherwise. Said that with the power of capitalism you can actually touch more people, and that convinced me. And today, I mean, of course, like so I have a business that revolves around fasting products, but the main the main purpose is like pass on the message and solve problems, because I believe that if we solve problems with our products or our knowledge, money will come. So it's so I have faith in that. So now that I have I have a book and I have a Fasting Electrolyte product, but my main motivation is pass on the message. It's just that to have it as a business, it makes the experience more complete. so I can fully focus on that mission. And I, like I said, I have faith that if we solve a problem, then money will come. So so it's interesting. So I went from like not willing to mix business with fasting to now being like super open about it, like because yeah, I think I had one short video, and I was like, I was talking about my book, about the Fasting Electrolytes, and I was talking also about my band, and somebody commented like, sell, like. But now I'm like really open about it, and I almost want to be upfront, like. It's not because I have something to sell that's the only thing I'm offering, and it's not because I have something to sell that you need to buy it. And even if you don't buy anything, I think there's I'm still sharing like valuable information for free. So it's not the focus, and I prefer being like upfront. So it's out of the way, so it's not like a whole build up. I tell you about my life fasting, and then there's the moment of, the sale funnel. You're like, hey, by the way, I have this too. So, yeah, the products to sell, they're there. But then, what we will be exchanging as a fasting community, I think it has perhaps even more value. And as far as I'm concerned, that's what making me wake up in the morning. It's like to learn more about fasting and healthy living, with the diets I'm experimenting with the different tools to make progress and pass on the message, and see in other people, like solving problems, like other people's problems. I mean, like I won't be solving them myself, but maybe with the message, with the fasting, I mean, the problems are solved. Like the body knows how to heal itself, and the mind as well, and our connection to spirituality is like it's all aligned. And with fasting and healthy living, hopefully we will align all that. So by no means like I'm not a healer, nothing. Like it's just that I just find out that abstinence from food, like giving the body like the right environment, it allows it to heal itself. So that's what I discovered, and that's what that's the message I wanna pass on, because in a way it's very simple, but at the same time the journey is not that straightforward. So that's why like having a channel, sharing experience, sharing past and present experience, I think it's very valuable, because we always like fasting. It's actually it's the art of listening and understanding the human body, the messages the body is sending us, and being able to act accordingly. And once that communication, it's flawless, then it's like it's impressive how powerful it is, because the body is actually trying to communicate us things, and but we're too busy, showing food like in our mouths all the time, so the body cannot. It's like I say it in my book, it's like imagine a conversation imagine a conversation between two people. If one is like super self-centered and only talks about herself, like the other person is like cannot place a word. And that's what's happening when we're eating 3 times a day and snacking 2 or 3 times, and so like we're eating 5-6 times a day. The body cannot express itself. So when we start fasting, the body can manifest itself, and it starts like communicating us, giving us messages. And once we mastered the deciphering the message and acting accordingly with the right, giving the right answer and at the right time, the right amount, then the human experience as a living being becomes incredible. You know, we start gaining momentum. I mean, when you think about it, like, what is life? I mean, yeah, it's a succession of present moments, and it's a succession of sometimes micro decisions. You know, micro decisions. Of course, sometimes we have to make big decisions. You know, like the day you have to choose what college you want to go, what you want to study. Yeah, those are big. And of course, they will influence your life in a big way. But those little, you know, not eating that M&M, I shouldn't say the brand, like that candy. Not eating that candy or eating it, or, you know, or be like, oh, you know what, I'm not all that hungry, I'm gonna skip lunch today. Yeah, those micro decisions, they have like so if you start doing the right ones, making the right decisions, like they have a huge impact on the future. And after a while, because the body is it's really smart. Like the body knows what it needs. So if you're not hungry, it's probably because the body is busy doing something else. You know, the body. I mean, there could be other reasons, but it's probably that the body is healing or cleaning or digesting. So, you know, if you snack when it's working, then it has to stop working to process the snack you're sending. So, yeah, with all this, with my both brands, Better Monday Fasting and YouthLyte. Yeah, those are brands, and hopefully I will be developing more products and stuff, but it's all to help, you know, pass on the message and help, so we, like, the journey is a little bit easier. So, because it took me, so now I'm like, it's like my 9th year of this journey. Yeah, so yeah, it's my 9th year of the journey. Started in 2016. But I made a lot of errors, you know. I made a lot of errors, and I've made, you know, like at one point I was juicing like a lot of, like, you know, fruits and thinking, oh, it's vitamin, go, you know, like you're fasting, and juicing, like it sounded like something great. But now I'm on carnivore, and like I feel like it was a mistake the way I did it. I'm not saying like I think juicing is a tool that can be used, can be very powerful. Maybe using more like veggies than fruits, you know, the percentage. But it can be a tool, like especially if the body is very tired, like the digestion is you have to recover from something. So like it's a tool. But I've been on keto for the past 2 years, and lately, like it's my I think it's the 51st day or something of being on full-on carnivore. So now how I perceive sugar, it's very different than when I started the journey. So now, like if you read my book, if you watch my videos, I mean, you might not need like 9 years to get where I am. I mean, where I am with respect to your reality, of course. Like, I mean, you can get results faster with less trial and error, because you're benefiting from somebody who already done the work, you know. So yeah, things like that. Even like electrolytes, I introduced it very late in the journey, and also it's a tool. It's not something that you necessarily need, but I mean, I've been using electrolytes since 2024, and 2024 has been the most like productive year of my life, and so maybe that's even without taking in consideration fasting and all that, maybe it's something that I was lacking, you know, because I will I'll be doing a task and then I'll always needed to take a break, you know, whereas now I can go from one task to another like more with more momentum, with more continuous energy, and even if like right now it's Ramadan, I'm dry fasting, but I don't feel it. Like even though like I've been to the gym, now I'm going to the sauna. Last night before going to bed, I had my electrolytes, for sour, and then now I'm good to know. So like all those little like little tips, little techniques, yeah, it helps the journey. So that's a little bit like what I wanted to share, kind of wanted to share my thoughts on having something to sell. I think there's no, like, I'm actually really proud of it. Like, I'm really proud that I put the company together and that I can generate money with it. And it's for something that is, I believe in, you know. So it kind of aligns me with it. Then it will be successful, it won't be successful, or some products will be successful, some not. But I think that's the path. And I like being open about it without being pushy, you know. It's not like, because I think a lot of people in business, they're in business to make money. So that's their master plan is that. And that's just not my case. So, like it could be that with one person, like the person doesn't buy anything from me, but they're putting comments. I don't know, they're trying to understand, and we're exchanging. Maybe I'm learning something from them, from their case, their reality. So that's like I'm all for that. Like that's like. That's very valuable to me, maybe even more than selling something. Like, so yeah, it's a whole. Like, I just don't want, like, ideally with this channel, like, yeah, I mean, I'm open about the fact that I have something to sell, but this is not the infomercial. That's what I want to express. I mean, everybody is welcome to watch. Everybody's welcome to contribute. even without buying anything, never ever. Like so that's totally fine, as long as the message passes by, and I'm able to touch more people and share the experience and hopefully impact lives in a positive way. Because I mean, there is no comparison. Like, since I started fasting now, like it's almost a decade, you know. So I've aged like 9 years, you know, like, but I feel so much better. So that's just like a miracle, you know. I mean, I can't keep like thinking, what if I started earlier, you know, fasting earlier in life. But everything happens for a reason at a certain time. So like I wouldn't change anything. I think things are going great. But it's just like, I mean, when you're already 40, one can argue that you're already on the decline a little bit, you know. But the truth is, like, now I'm almost 50 and I'm like, whoa, you know, like yeah, I have more hope, more willingness to do things than when I was I mean, I was pretty gung-ho when I was like in my 20s, 30s. Like, I always, that's my nature, but now it seems even more realistic, you know, because I don't know, maybe I have a little bit more experience with life, so I kind of know a little bit better like how to do things and yeah, be more realistic. Like when you're young, it's like sky's the limit, but at the same time you don't know how to go about it, you know, unless you read books, other people's experience and all that, like you. But for me it was all like I often had this like trial and error approach. Yeah, it takes time and investment, but the good thing about it, then you really know what works for you and what doesn't. Yeah, like Asunción is not the most pedestrian friendly city, but I managed to have a lifestyle where I walk everywhere pretty much. Sometimes I have things to do when I buy, you know, sometimes once a week I buy my groceries, and sometimes I walk to the grocery store, but then I take an Uber to bring the stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of proud that I managed to have this sort of life. But then, yeah, sometimes when there's like a little bit of rain, there's like puddle of water, and there's always like barking dogs, you know, they come from nowhere. And the sidewalks and stuff, like it's really like here once I fell like that, those stairs. It was a rainy day, I was walking, and that thing is so slippery when it's wet, and I fell, and then like I think my head was like, I didn't hit the ground, but I think the kind of went like this, you know. I fell on the side, and I had my ears started ringing like, you know. Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, I was sore for a couple of days, but thank God nothing bad happened. But it was really bad, like because it looks like concrete, but it's not. And then even when I got up, oh yeah, I was barefoot because it was raining, like to cross, because like the main avenue was like a river, you know. Like yeah, it doesn't rain often, but like when it rains, it's people stay, like it's almost dangerous. So I was barefoot, and even though I was barefoot, it was so slippery. And even when I got up on my feet, I was still like, I could not you know, find balance, and it's the worst material. Like, and then I noticed, like where I live too, I mean the finishing, everything, like the building is pretty good. Like, I mean, it's a good building, but they had this like tiles on the roof when I first when I first got here, like last year, and you'll walk on it and they crack, you break them. So then I went back to Colombia, I came back, and my luck, then they decided to redo the whole thing. So for a month there was like 8 in the morning, they start hammering like goom, goom, goom. Yeah, but then now it's great. So that, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, you know, they do everything great, and then maybe they experiment. Like somebody has some material, they're like, hey, why don't we use that? Or, you know, I don't know how, because it's not the entire building, and this building also, it looks really good. Everything looks good, but somehow they decide to use that material for the stairs. Like, it's so dangerous. Like, it's so dangerous. Like I cannot imagine like an old person or falling the way I fell. Like, it could be the end. Like, so yeah, I went a little bit on a tangent, but that was the video on yeah, having something to sell, and the fact that, yeah, there's no, like, I want to be open about it, but that's not the main purpose of the brands, of me publishing videos. I mean, the main purpose is to stop dealing with health issues, so we can focus on our true purpose in life and enjoy life at its fullest and live as long as we can and as healthy as we can. And so when we'll be on our deathbed, like, for myself, I want it to last like less than a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it all and die, and not being in a hospital for 2-3 years or 10 years, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like really live like as healthy as I can until the end, and then die naturally. That's my goal. But I mean, we don't decide, of course. But I want to do everything for that, and I don't want to deal with medical issues. I don't want to deal with doctors. I hate hospitals. Like, so for me, if it's not a mechanical thing, if I didn't break anything, like, I don't even want to go close, you know, because I've noticed in the past, like, more you go to see the doctor, you know. I don't know how they, like, I don't know if it's psychological or, you know, they go and you go and they're like, oh, we're gonna do a checkup, and oh, you have this, you have that, you have to take care of it. No. Just for me, that's over. I mean, my body is more intelligent than and more capable than any doctor. So I rather give my body some fasting days, and the body knows what to do. The body has its own to-do list, and it will solve the problem. So I have faith in that. So it's my opinion. It's not medical advice. But we are in a system where, yeah, it's very, you know, I mean, somebody like me doesn't have the authority, you know, and there are people who have the authority. So there's a whole system that decides who has the authority. But what I'm saying is just that it's not working. Sorry, it's just not working. I mean, look at people like, you know, it's like obesity, depression, like, yeah, sometimes it's like, sometimes people ask me, like, what's your target audience? Like, it's like, it's almost 8 billion people, you know. Of course, you'll have more, you know, like people that are already aware of fasting, and like there is a more like a precise target audience, I guess. But, you know, when I walk on the streets, I see people, you know, when I see somebody smoking, I see somebody overweight, you know. I mean, sometimes you see people that are just not healthy, you know. They're not healthy, they don't have healthy behaviors and all that. So I think this message can help a lot of people in modern society. I mean, I think we're going backwards. That's my opinion. I don't think I mean, now, like with carnivore, I'm even thinking that agriculture it doesn't serve us, you know. Of course, we were able to feed more people and all that. Like I understand that. Maybe without agriculture, we couldn't have a civilization grow this way. So maybe it's progress in certain areas, but in terms of health, I'm not convinced, because the carnivore is working really good. So yeah, probably on Saturday I publish another video on. Now it's like the routine. On Saturdays I do the vlog on the carnivore journey, and now it's carnivore journey / Ramadan. So thanks a lot for watching, and I see you in another video on the channel hopefully. Thank you.